Hi, welcome back to Create a Great Healthy Life. I'm Colleen Marie, and we help you eat a whole food, plant-based diet so you can create a great life for yourself and your loved ones. So you've been invited to a potluck and you don't know what to bring because you eat whole food, plant-based and nobody else does. So I got you. Today we're going to make pasta crack. Yes, that's right. It's the pasta that's so freaking delicious you just can't get enough of it. And your friends and loved ones will think the same. So let's get to it. So we're going to start off with, we cooked chickpea pasta. I like chickpea. You can try lentil pasta. I like that as well. And I'm using the curly one. I usually use the rotinis, but I didn't have them today, so curly swirly it is. And then we're going to add vegetables to that pasta. I really like adding edamame because that gives it an extra boost of protein, and I love edamame. So we just cook these in the microwave from a frozen. Very easy. Cooked it for 5.5 to 6 minutes. Didn't even have to add water to the dish. And then we'll also add some chopped up celery, chopped up pretty fine because this is a cold salad. It's not like the celery is going to cook down and get softer and smaller. Same with the red onions. I do have one friend who doesn't eat red onions or onions, so I'm going to make a little separate batch for her. No problemo. And then what makes this really tasty is the sauce that we're going to put together. And that starts off, the fat will be the cashews. I went ahead and I softened these by putting them in hot boiling water for about 10-15 minutes. If you have a high-speed blender, you don't have to soften them that way, but just to be sure that they are all, it's a super creamy sauce and doesn't have the nuts, go ahead and give them a little soften by boiling the water. Then we have a little bit of plant milk. All these ingredients will be in the comments, so you don't need to write this down. But we've got some plant milk, and for the acid, we have lemon juice. I just buy lemon juice, like organic lemon juice, every couple of weeks. I use it all the time. I don't generally buy fresh lemons. For the salt, we're using white miso paste. For the sweetness, we're using maple syrup. For a little bit more salt and umami flavor, we're giving it some soy sauce. And for that little cheesy flavor, we've got some nutritional yeast. And then a nice assortment of spices. Good old garlic powder and onion powder, everything's got that right. Minced onion, some mustard powder, some parsley, dried parsley, some black pepper, and some smoked paprika. So let's get to putting it together. Hey there, I later on realized that I was missing distilled vinegar and proceeded to add distilled vinegar until I managed to get the pasta crack moist enough. And for me, cooking is oftentimes a series of correcting mistakes. Don't worry, things might go wrong. You can always fix it later. So that's what happens here. So once we've chopped everything and we've cooked the beans and we've already cooked the noodles, now it's just an assembly game. So this is super easy. So I'm going to put the edamame in and the celery. And like I said, I'm going to hold off on these onions to make my friend a separate batch. And let's go ahead and put these other things in the blender and get up a nice sauce. Let's get saucy. Woo! All right, there's the cashews. Remember, I am making a double batch, so what you're seeing here is a double batch worth of cashews. That's for darn sure. They're delicious, and they add a lot of wonderful fat flavor, but one does need to be a little mindful of how much we eat cashews and how much we snack on them when we go to put it in the dish. Not that I would ever eat a cashew on the way into being an ingredient. Okay, and some lemon juice, and maple syrup, and some plant milk of your choice. This happens to be oat milk, and nutritional yeast. Yum, yum, yum. And then that nice assortment of spices. Good old garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, mustard, paprika, minced onion. All right, so there we go. So let's put the lid on this puppy and give it a zzz. Okay, so we added some distilled vinegar to get it nice and creamy and liquidy. Oh, it's so good. Oh my goodness, so delicious. So let's go ahead and start adding this to our big giant bowl. So let's do a taste test. Put that in there. I think it needs a little bit more distilled vinegar to give it a little bit more moisture. That looks fantastic. Let me separate off a little bit for my friend. So that's plenty for my friend's serving. And now I'm going to add the onions to this. I love red onions. Sorry, good party people. You might have a little onion breath. No, I didn't use too much. I've made that mistake of using too much raw onion. And it's just too much. But this is a nice amount for the ratio. Doesn't look to be too much. All right. Let's put some of that in a bowl and have another little taste because I'm hungry. Listen, like almost everything, it tastes better like in an hour or two. So this is still freshly made, but you can always add more seasoning. Add seasoning until you nail the landing and you like it the way it tastes. You've got to season to taste. Recipes are guides. I think it needs some more black pepper. And I'm also a big fan of Mrs. Dash. I put that on everything. So I think I'm going to add some black pepper and some Mrs. Dash. Okay, here's my personal favorite seasoning is Mrs. Dash. So let's not be stingy with her. And also I'm going to go ahead and add some black pepper. Again, let's not be stingy. And I think it still needs a little bit more tang. So I am going to add more distilled vinegar. There we go. Every chef must taste his or her food. You've got to get it to where you think it tastes good. Every time I make something, it's a little bit different. So the end of the making of the food involves getting the recipe and the seasoning up to where you want it. That's just the way it is. Okay. Yep. There we go. So that, my friends, is pasta crack. Take it hiking, take it camping, take it when you're going to go run errands. Listen, I don't leave the house without a snack. The world out there is a tough place for someone who's trying to eat whole food, plant-based. I ain't lying about that. The more you're prepared, the better you're going to succeed. So this is a great one for being on the road, being out, going to potlucks. If all you ate was this at the potluck, you are freaking golden. It's got vegetables, it's got protein, it's got pasta. You're going to be filled up. You're not going to be hungry. So we got you covered. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is Create a Great Healthy Life. I'm Colleen Marie. If you'd like, subscribe or hit the like button. That'd be awesome. And I'll see you next time. Bye.